The Harris County Medical Examiner's Office, as you know, has listed the cause of death as hanging and the manner of death as a suicide based upon the physical and pathological findings of their highly qualified assistant medical examiner in this case, which has been reviewed by Dr. Wolf, who is second in command of the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science. Mr. Mathis, the district attorney of Waller County, Texas, has a difficult job ahead of him. He has to balance the many competing principles of the privacy interests of the family, of the public's right to know, of the media's access to an open and honest government. He's done an excellent job of conveying to the media that limited information that we have as it becomes available to you and the media so that you can convey it to the public. Some of the information that we are releasing today, we feel compelled to release because of specific allegations from some individuals about the circumstances that occurred in the Waller County Jail and or on the streets of Prairie View, Texas. So with that, I'm going to start discussing some of the more significant pathological findings. The autopsy report will be discussed with the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science. It may be made available tomorrow. Keep in mind the distinction between pathological findings, the mechanism of death, versus the toxicological findings, which is any substance that may have been found in her body. There's been some significant interest about the toxicological findings, and I want to address some rumors that have been put out there in the public that we've had to concern ourselves with. First of all, the Waller County District Attorney's Office, the Texas Rangers, and all officials investigating this case are confident that the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science did an excellent job in the autopsy and investigating this particular case. We have not asked for, nor do we intend to ask for, a second autopsy. Some of the confusion that may have come about as a result of this alleged second autopsy request may have been done at the request of the family of Miss Bland. They may have requested a second autopsy for themselves. That is with their purview and within their capabilities. We certainly would endorse them whatever they want to do, and we hope that they will be as publicly disclosing with their information as we have been with ours. The second information is in reference to toxicological findings. There have been some instances or claims about a substantial amount of marijuana found in her system. I can tell you that there has been a confirmation of those results. However, the results are preliminary and were done through a specific scientific test that is common in the field to determine the presence of marijuana. That's called an ELISA test, or an enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay test, which is simply a very reliable screening process. We have requested, and the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science has done confirmatory testing through gas chromatography, which is the gold standard in the field, also known as GCMS, or gas chromatography mass spectroscopy. That is the standard that's used by forensic labs around the country and is accepted around the world as, again, being the gold standard for toxicological testing. Those results may be released tomorrow. Medical examiners and pathological labs around the country.
Notice he didn't say marijuana was in the blood.
Substances in these types of investigations.
He said in the hair,
Mr. Mathis,
and the nails and the skin. That's how they test it. So how do they? That could be from in the room.
County, state, regional.
All right, so we're listening here to this news conference being given by.
No, we were, Brooke, and you're talking now. You need to sing a little song from Africa again.
We're going to pull away from this right now. We're going to come back.
God, you've got to be kidding me.
Along the U.S.-Mexico border. I have Jeremy Diamond on the phone.
Seriously?
Let's just listen to Donald Trump.
I told them, I said, absolutely. I don't know what you're talking about, but if you want to, this is some amazing group.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'd like to introduce first the mayor. He's going to say a few words, and I'll say a few words. We were treated so nicely. We learned so much in such a quick period of time. But
this is what is preempting the Sarah Bland press conference. You've got to be kidding me.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Great to be in Texas. We're excited
Are you excited? Let's spend 10 minutes telling us how excited you are. On both channels, MSNBC also. Don't tell me. Channel 2?
Oh my gosh, she's married. He's a klepto.
Or is it
Your dog doesn't make a difference to you.
fleet protection? Nexium level protection.
No one else would have it on.
8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mangone's Farmers Market. Your farmers market.
I need cheese now. I'm not doing this.
Kidding me.
I can wear makeup. I can do my hair.
You got the immigration issue in particular. We, at least I feel personally, that immigration reform is required. It's needed. We need protection in the border area. We need to secure the border, but we also need other elements, obviously, of the Immigration Act or bill. So with that in mind, it's a pleasure to have Mr. Trump. The excitement that he brings is also very on the plus side for our city, and we appreciate all the attention, but we know that the attention comes primarily through this gentleman here. Mr. Trump, thank you for this. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for being here. It's been an amazing experience. Mexico is booming, absolutely booming. And Jesus, the city manager, and Pete have done an amazing job right here. But a lot of what's happening here is because of the fact that Mexico is doing so well. It's just beyond what anybody ever thought. And I don't know if that's good for the United States, but it's good for Mexico. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, can we go back to Sarah Bland's?
Yeah, I think I'll win the Hispanic vote. I have thousands of Mexicans and Hispanics, and I think when it comes right down, I don't know if you saw the poll, but they just did a big poll in Nevada, the state of Nevada, and I'm way ahead, and more importantly, as far as I'm concerned, I'm way ahead with the Hispanics, well into the 30s, which, and I think second is like 11. So I have a great relationship. Over the years, thousands and thousands of Hispanics have worked for me and now work for me, and the relationship is very good. Question? How many people killed?
7 people this year in Laredo. In Chattanooga, 5 people were killed in less than an hour by a Marine. That's by a American citizen coming from the Middle East.
Yeah.
So it means that killers come from all over the world.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, I agree with that. And they come through here, but they come from all over the world. I agree with that.
You're talking about danger. You keep saying that there's a danger, but the crime along the border is down. What danger are you talking about?
There's great danger with the illegals, and we're just discussing that, but we have a tremendous danger on the border with the illegals coming in. Yes, ma'am?
Have you seen any evidence here to confirm your fears about Mexico sending its criminals across the border?
Yes, I have, and I've heard it, from a lot of different people. And in fact, as you know, the Border Patrol was the one that invited me. I think most of you have that invitation. We sent it. The Border Patrol invited me, and then they canceled because, frankly, they don't want to get involved. They know the problem. The reason they invited me was because of the tremendous problem and the tremendous crime and all of the things that you're talking about. So they invited me, and then at the last moment, we were virtually in the air, and they said we could get involved. And I heard they got those orders from Washington. We'll be showing you the evidence. Well, we just landed, and there were a lot of people at the airport, and they were all waving American flags, and they were all in favor of Trump and what I'm doing. And virtually everyone that we saw, there was such a great warmth. I was actually surprised, but there was such great warmth at the airport with all of those people that were there. So we're very, very honored. Yes, go ahead.
It's one thing to say things.
No, they're chanting for me.
No, they were plenty chanting against it.
No, I didn't see that.
What is a surprising part of this trip, being here on the border for you?
Well, I think meeting the mayor and meeting Jesus, the city manager, I think these are tremendous people. They're doing a tremendous job. Come on, Jesus, say a word. This man, I'm going to steal him to run something for me. He's fantastic, the city manager.
Thank you, Mr. Trump, and welcome everybody to the city of Laredo. This is one of the greatest cities on the border, and we're a vibrant city, and as Mr. Trump mentioned, the trade that we have here with Mexico, this is where the rubber meets the road, and all of you can see it right behind us. This is where all the trade comes through that Mexico and the United States have in common right here. And not only that, but this is where it goes to the rest of the world. And I tell you what, we wouldn't be where we are if it wouldn't be for the support that Mayor and members of the City Council that are also here with us, Mr. Councilmember Narvaez and Councilmember Perez. We are very fortunate to have the support that they provide us in order for this city to be such a great city and the #1 inland port in the country. Thank you very much.
With Mr. Trump, that the way to make the border safe is to build this border wall?
Well, that's a federal issue, and we have our comments on that. We don't think that's necessary at this time. I think there's other ways that we can work together with the federal government. I think right now we have a process that we work together with Border Patrol, CBP, and everybody to be able to get some of these things done. The relationship that the city of Laredo has with the federal government, with all the law enforcement agencies, is a tremendous one. Thank you.
No, not at all. They're different sections. This is one section, but they're different sections.
What would you actually do to change the illegal immigration?
Well, the one thing you have to do, and as Jesus was saying, and as the mayor was saying, there is a huge problem with the illegals coming through. And in this section, it's a problem. In some sections, it's a massive problem. And you have to make the people that come in, they have to be legal. Very simple. You have to let people do their job. The Border Patrols, which, by the way, I see the unions are very much involved with the Border Patrols, but you have to let them do their job. They want to do their job. That's why they invited me. They invited me. I didn't come here. The Border Patrols invited me because they've got such a problem. They want to be able to do their job. If they can't do their job, believe me, they're unhappy. They want to be able to do their job.
You're in favor of a wall.
Oh yeah, in certain sections you have to have a wall, absolutely. And by the way, the wall will save you a tremendous amount of money, but there are areas that you have to have the wall. Who?
The drug cartel leader?
I don't know anything about it. Look, I'm a Republican, I'm a conservative, I'm in first place by a lot, it seems, according to all the polls. I want to run as a Republican. I think I'll get the nomination. We'll see soon enough, but I think I'll get the nomination. The best way to win is for me to get the nomination and run probably against Hillary. Hillary is the worst, look, easily. She's the worst Secretary of State